Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another one of our seniors workouts from home. In last session, we worked entirely on building strength and stamina in your lower body, and so today, in order to even things out, we're going to work entirely on building up strength and stamina in your upper body. So we're going to have some fun today. Let's just go ahead and get started right away. I'd like for you to take your right arm and your right arm only. I'd like for you to pull that shoulder up with me, pull it back, pull it down, and hold the shoulder in that set position. We're going to be doing some small but quick little rotations of our arm, and I'm going backwards for this one. So make them small and quick. And then I want you to make them a little larger and slow them down as you make them larger. And slowly make them larger and larger and larger until they're as great a circle as you can draw for yourself. Now I want you to release that arm and start drawing small, well actually let's lift the shoulder up first, pull the shoulder back, pull the shoulder down so it's in set position, and now start making small, tight little circles backwards. This is as quickly as you can make those circles. Don't worry, we're going to slow down shortly. Make them a little larger and slow it down. Gradually make those circles larger and larger and larger until you're at your maximum. We'll just do a few more of those. And now the fun part. I want you to put both hands out in front of you, or I want you to start raising your right arm and dropping your left arm and continue in that direction. We're going to do circles. So, large circles. Right arm goes backwards, left arm goes forwards. I'm going to ask you momentarily to stop and then switch directions with both arms. Ready, set, stop. Switch directions with both arms. That's the way to do it. So your shoulders should already be warming up. Maybe they're even feeling tired by now. That's okay. Excellent. Let's tuck our elbows into our sides. We're going to rotate our arms forwards and backwards. No need to use the band for this one today, but I would like it if as we do this, you alternate. One hand on top, one hand on the bottom. Always switching. Left on top, left on bottom. That's to ensure, since we don't need the band right now, that we're getting even a better range of motion on this rotation. So rotator cuff. There we go. Now I want you to stand, both feet separated by about shoulder's width. We're going to rotate to our left. We're going to punch to our left, and when you punch, it's a fake punch, I want you to extend the arm, so stretching out our shoulder as well. Come back to neutral. We're going to rotate or pivot on the left foot as we twist to the right. So we're improving our ability to move on our feet as well at the same time. You can do this a little faster than me if you like. You can do a little slower than me. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's comfortable for you and you're doing this foot action and you're also performing that nice stretch at the end of the punch. Good. And one more. There we go. I want you to raise your arms as high up as you can. Maybe that's here. Maybe for some of you it's all the way up. But when you raise your hands, I want you to pull the rib cage up. So do that with me. Lift your rib cage up. Raise the hands. Take a deep breath in. And then breathe out. For the entirety of the breath out, you're going to swing the arms back. Slowly keep breathing out. Get them as high as you can. And then breathe in again. Lift your rib cage up. Swing the hands down, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, this is the last one. And breathe out. Okay, I think we can go ahead and get started with our exercises. You're going to want a rubber band for this one. If you don't happen to have a rubber band, and you can use dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells at home, you can use, for a lot of these exercises, you can use 2 cans of beans or 2 cans of soup. In my classes that I run live, they're usually, I have 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, and 5 pound weights. So just find something that works for you. For those of you with a band, we're going to hold on to the loose ends with our hands. We're going to step onto it with 1 foot. Doesn't matter if it's the right or left. Tuck your elbows in, and we're just going to start flexing our biceps. So I hope you've already started along with me. We're going to end up doing far more than 10, and that's exactly the way I want it. Shouldn't be a lot of resistance. I'm just blabbering on right now. This is an excuse to get you to do some extra reps before we start counting. We're going to do a multiple of 4, starting from 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. If you want to space your feet out, 24 like this. Make yourself more comfortable, 28. Maybe even flex the hips and the knees, 32, 34. That's even easier on your back. It feels better in your body. What were we at? I think 36 and 40. Now we're going to finish up by counting backwards from 40, 36, 32, 28, 24. It's all biceps here. 20, 16, 12, 8, that's it, 4, and 0. Excellent. Now we're going to take that band, and if you were standing on it with your left hand, you can stand on it with your with your right foot this time, or vice versa. We're going to do a lateral band raise. Your hands don't have to go all the way up to the shoulders. In fact, I'm going to show you an alternate method. I'd like it if you held it so that your thumbs are on top, right? That's how I want you to hold the ends of the band. And what we're going to do, and you can stand on it with both feet too if that makes it more comfortable for you, but might make it harder for some of you. We're going to tuck our elbows in to start. We're going to turn our thumbs up to the ceiling. We're going to open up our hands and then raise the arms. Notice how my elbows don't rise all the way up. Okay, so it's just open up the hand span. I'm not going to say wingspan. Separate the elbows a little bit to raise, and that's it. From the side, it's a rotation and a raise. I rotate the arms and then I raise. I kind of flow those two movements in. So just to get a couple in to practice before we start counting, I'm getting you to do some extra work today. We're going to do a multiple of I almost said 4 again, of 3 starting at 0. 3. If that band's too tight, flex the knees, flex the hips. 6. So you get a little lower down to the ground, to your foot. 9. 12. Gets you working your low body again a little bit. 15. 18. 21. 24. If you're following along with me, probably your shoulders are already starting to get tired. 27. Sorry, I think I counted 24, 27, and 30. All right. I'm not going to have you count backwards for that one. It's quite difficult. But I'll switch to another movement. We'll count back from 30 for this one. So make sure you have the tall end, the back of the chair facing you. You're going to step on that band with your left foot and hold on to the other end of the band with your left hand. Make sure it's a little bit tight so that when you pull your elbow up, you're stretching the band. Also, I'm resting some of my body weight onto the chair and I'm keeping my knees nice and flexed. We're going to row and then we're going to extend and then drop. It's a pull up, a straightening of the arm, and a drop down. Just try a few of these along with me to get a sense of it. You'll notice that even though it's 2 separate actions, I try to flow the 2 movements into each other. So we're going to go ahead and spell the word that's above you right now. That's aptly enough. Quarantine, starting at Q. Oh no, we've got to forget quarantine. That'll be next. We'll count back from 30 first. 30. 27. 24. I gave my hand away early. 21. Now you know what we're going to be spelling. 18. 15. 12. 9. 6. 3. And 0. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. That means you're going to stand on one end of the band or midway through the band, depending on the length of your band, with your right foot. And you're going to hold on to the other end with your right hand. Get set. This is going to be quarantine officially now, okay? Spelling it forward, starting at Q. U. A. Hey, maybe you'll realize R, you've got a stronger or a weaker side. A. N. T. This is going to work that out. I, N, E. All right. Don't worry, we'll spell it backwards. Have a seat first, we'll switch the exercise. So, I would like it if you put the band around your right foot like this, the base of your right foot. And all we're going to do is swing our hands low, keep them close to your sides and pull them as far back as you can. It's not that easy, you're about to find out. So we're going to spell quarantine backwards, starting at E. And try not to let your shoulders hunch up while you do this. I, because it's easy for that to happen. T, we're trying to build up the strength of our back here. N, A, R, A, U, and the last one, Q. Hold that for a moment. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Okay, let's now put the band either around both feet or around the base of your left foot. Better if it's around both feet, but it's a little easier if you switch from one foot to the other. And I don't mind if it's a slightly imbalanced movement. So what we're going to do is step on the band, and we're going to hold either one loose end, or you can double it up and hold both loose ends, so that makes it more difficult for you. You choose. I'm just going to hold one end. I'm going to have my right hand on top, and I'm going to have my left hand on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my hands up. I'm going to pull my hands on a diagonal towards my right side, and I'm going to pull my hands on a diagonal towards my left. All right? You'll notice I also extend my hand well away from my body. So this is your chest and your shoulders and your biceps, and your abs. We're going to, let's do this sequence of numbers, spelling it. It's 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3. There's the trick. 3, 3, 3, and then 1. Okay, here we go. It's 3 movements. 3, diagonal, 3, opposite direction, 3, back to the center, 3, 2, hope you remembered that one, 3, and then one more set of them, 3, off on a diagonal, 3, out to the other side, 3, there's one more at the end, and it was, 1, so now we count backwards, 1, 3, to the opposite side, 3, 3, now the second set of numbers, 3, back to the center, 2, I hope you got that one, to the opposite side, 3, and then the last set, 3, 3, 3, okay, you can, actually don't let go of the band, we're going to do one more exercise and we'll stay seated. It's one of my favorites, you've done it many times with me. Tuck your elbows in, turn your palms up towards the ceiling, make sure the hands are shoulder width apart, and it's as simple as stretching those hands apart and letting them come back together. Always keeping a little bit of tension in the band. We're going to do it fairly quickly, and we're going to count a multiple of 2, starting from 0. 2. Don't let your elbows, 4. 6. Don't let your elbows separate from your body. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Your shoulders are probably starting to feel that now. Let's just turn the palms down, same distance apart, palms down instead of up, counting back from 20, 18, keeping a decent pace here, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. By the way, if you're wondering how I come up with these exercises, I'm always thinking about where people get injured the most and the exercises that they need the most and the most frequently in order to, 1, prevent those injuries, primarily rotator cuff injuries, and 2, to help you recover from those injuries. So if you've got if you have a stiff shoulder or frozen shoulder or problems with your rotator cuff muscles, all of the exercises that I give to you are excellent, especially these rotational ones and the ones where I get you raising your arms above your head or at least as high up as you can. I know it's difficult, I know it's uncomfortable, but it's important. So I'm just going to give you a couple of stretches, and I'm going to use this wall to demonstrate, okay? So this is a two-sided wall. I've got the corner here. You can use a door frame. I want you to keep approximately 90-degree angle at your elbow. Just stick your elbow out. It should be about the same height as your shoulder. It could be a little lower down. As long as you keep pulling the shoulder down, you're going to have to actively do that. Keep the elbow bent, and then just place this part of your arm right up against the edge of the wall. And then it's as simple as this. Keep the shoulder pulled down and turn your body away. You're going to feel the stretch right in here, in front of the shoulder, maybe all the way across the shoulder. If you're tightening your chest too, it might come all the way down and across to the center of your chest. We're going to hold it for about 30 seconds. Taking deep breaths in. Slowly breathing out. Keep breathing in and out as I describe this. When you're looking at recovering from a frozen shoulder, you've got to do a couple things. One, you have to consistently try to run your arm through a full range of motion, especially going up. But you could do it from out to the side and behind as well. You need to stretch it. And if you can't do that right away, you might want to go into the shower. You can release that arm. Get the hot water on the muscle first, let it warm up, and then you're going to be able to walk your hands up the wall slowly in the shower. You better get a better stretch that way in the beginning. Let's now take our palm and forearm and the opposite side and place it against the wall. Turn away. We're going to take our deep breaths in and out. Slowly in and out. The other side of that equation for a frozen shoulder is to do strengthening exercises and to do those exercises to perform them within the range of motion that you're currently capable of. And then from one day to the next, you'll find that you slowly improve and get better range of motion. Okay, you can release that arm. Excellent. I'm happy with what you've done for today. Nice little stretch of the chest, lots of rotator cuff work, lots of good shoulder stuff. So I want you to basically go and recover and hydrate. Summertime, it's hot. Drink lots and lots and lots of water. If you're going pee and your pee is very yellow, you know you're dehydrated. Your body doesn't function as well without water. I mean, everything works better with water. I can't say it enough. Anyway, until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay active, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye, everyone.